Good morning. Today is Wednesday, January the 4th, and our lesson this morning is Justice Will Be Established. And our lesson is coming from Isaiah, the 42nd chapter, the first verse through the fourth. And the scripture lesson text read, Behold my servant whom I uphold, mine elect in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail, nor be discouraged, till he have set judgment in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his law. Amen. We have a great lesson this morning. I'm going to read you a passage from the King James Version Study Bible, and it says, God will choose and anoint his servant with the Spirit. Such an anointing in the Old Testament it granted the recipient the ability to perform a divinely given task. In this case, to bring justice to the nations. God commissioned Israel with this task, beginning with the promises to Abraham that included there being a blessing to the Gentiles. But it is Jesus who will perform his Father's will perfectly in this regard. Jesus' work of justice included bringing judgment on sinners. The servant will not be loud or obnoxious in carrying out his task. He will not cry out in pain. This assumes suffering is part of the servant's future. At Gethsemane, Jesus went quietly when arrested. Later, he quietly bore his cross toward Golgotha. We, following in Jesus' footsteps, know that we will have suffering, we will have pain, but we should carry it in a manner uplifting and upholding to God. We shall not allow our life, our situations, to dictate how we act toward others. We shall not let it be a reason to be hateful, mean, or downtrodden to others. It says the servant work of bringing justice to the world is also characterized by compassion, like God who would not destroy Sodom and Gomorrah if just 10 righteous peoples could be found. So the servant will not crush anyone, provided there is even a glimmer of hope in them. Is bruised reed or a smoldering wick. Long as we have an ounce of belief within us, we are to strive forward. We are to go forward. We are not to stop. We are to hold on to God's unchanging hand. We are to continue to go forward. And with his help, we shall go forward. We shall become more. We shall do more for him. We shall be more as him. But we have to hold on to whatever we have, knowing that man's idea of us is not what counts, but what God thinks of us. And with him, long as we have hope, long as we have a desire within us to follow him, he shall bring us to that glorious victory if we are to continue to try, continue to go forward. It said, the world isles here refers to the distant nations. So it is a way of referring to all the nations, the whole earth, with heed God's law, bringing justice to the world. The same idea is presented in the form of a picture of the nations streaming to Zion to receive the law. We are streaming, going forth to the Lord with whatever little bit we got to go forth, to be more like Him. We are steady trying, we are steady striving. No one is to turn loose or let go because it doesn't seem like we are making it, that we haven't reached the mark of the next fellow or what they are doing or where they are at. We are to hold on and know that God is with us and He cares for us and that He loves us and that He wants the best for us. I pray that you meditate on this great lesson and y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.